Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, chapter 18, verse 50, continuation 2. We are seeing Adi Shankara's Bashya on this verse. Last time we saw why Brahman, in spite of being present in everyone at all times, it is not known to people. Why? It is there with us, but we do not know why. Then we saw what are the graces required to know the Brahman. We saw the blessings of Guru is a must. Without the blessings of Guru, no chance. Second is each one has to bless himself. Not only Guru's blessings, that alone is not enough. You have to bless yourself. You have to look upon yourself. Then only you can know the Brahman. That we saw in detail. Verse 50 again. Siddhim prapto yada brahma tadapnoti nibodhame samasenaiva kaundeya nitta jnanasya ya param. Today, Adi Shankara deals with meditation with form, Saguna Brahma Upasana, or meditation on formless, Nirguna Brahma. The verse says, one of the verses, Kalau Kalmasha Chittanam, Pabadravyoba Jivinam, Vidikriya Viginanam, Harer Namaiva Kevalam. I repeat this. This is one of the important verses. Kalau Kalmasha Chittanam, Pabadravyoba Jivinam, Vidikriya Viginanam, Harer Namaiva Kevalam. This verse says, in Kali Yuga, the name of Hari, Bhagavan Krishna, is the only refuge for those whose minds are with impurities, who live on ill-gotten wealth, and who do not perform the enjoined duties, Nitya Naimittika Karmas, and your Swadharma also. So this verse says, what is the way out in Kali Yuga? In Kali Yuga, chanting the name of Bhagavan Krishna, that is the only way to purify your mind. No other way. The point here is, it is very difficult to meditate on the formless, and therefore, one should meditate on the form of Bhagavan Krishna. The fundamental opinion is that, what is the basis for this? Bhakti is easy. That is the principle. On that basis, this has been built up. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, Bhakti, the word Bhakti itself means love. When we cannot love the people around us, who daily helps us, how can you, one, love God, whom you have not seen? Bhagavan Krishna, nobody has seen. At least in our generation, in our Kali Yuga. Love is not easy. It is not something that one can command at will. Bhakti is the starting point. That is what I understand. People who worship God with forms, they are called Saguna Brahma Upasakas. Who are they? According to Adi Shankara, they consider themselves as scholars. They say Atma has no form, and hence mind cannot comprehend it. Therefore, it is very difficult to accomplish certainty of knowledge, jnana nishta, of Atma, if you meditate on the formless. Jnana nishta with form alone is possible, according to them. And it is not possible when there is no form. Adi Shankara says it is true, but only for those who do not have traditional teacher or guru and sampradaya. Even though one may study Vedanta daily, with with sincerity, all with all sincerity. If even if he studies, one cannot understand it. A teacher who came in the sampradaya is a must. That is tradition. He must have guru. He must have his guru must have a guru. Even Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya had a guru. Otherwise, even Bhagavan cannot save that disciple. Jnana Nishta is difficult for those who have no preparation or who have not done proper Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana. These three are very, very important for Jnana Nishta. First, one must have a right teacher. Second, he must listen to what the teacher says. If you are like me, if you go to attend college, physically present and mentally absent. This is not only in college, everywhere. Everything I do, physically present, mentally absent. If you are like that, then whatever the teacher says, it will not enter your ears, enter your mind. It may enter your ears. Then that won't help. Even after listening, it may be difficult for those whose minds are committed to external objects, sense pleasures, world of objects. What one really wants in life, Purushartha Nichaya, that should be there. He must also have Vairagya and composure. Adi Shankara says, it is also difficult for those who have not put in proper effort with reference to pramanas. Even if a seeker has all this, for the knowledge to be free from doubts, one requires manana. The conclusion for a wise person is there is no duality. Second thing is not there. Everything is one. The reality that was attributed to knower known situation is falsified by him. There is no second thing other than Atma because the knower is non-separate from consciousness at all times. For a jnani, there is nothing other than Atma. For those people who have a proper teacher and who can really understand the Shastra, the meaning of Shastra is like daylight. For them, the self-revealing self is like daylight. It is daylight for all of us, but we don't know that. What I understand is that idol, the worship of idol, is the means to reach the ideal. IDOL, idol, that is form, is the means to reach the ideal, that is the formless. What I understand. One should not stop there. Most of us, what we do, we stop there. We stop. We start with idol worship and stop there. The means to reach perfection should not be misunderstood as the end. That is the beginning. It cannot be treated as the end. That is what I understand. Then Adi Shankara addresses another point. Elimination of Veda Buddhi, that alone helps the Buddhi to abide in Atma Swarupa. Veda Buddhi is the difference between knower and known. We all think I am separate, God is separate. Knower and known. One has to remove the duality. Lack of discrimination is the cause for duality. By elimination of duality, that is Veda Buddhi, knowledge, that is Jnana, and also certainty of knowledge, that is Jnana Nishta, that can be gained. How? Atma is always present in everyone. It need not be reached. It is not something to be reached at a later point in time in your life. It is always present. It is yourself, whether you know it or not. What a person concludes about himself belongs to his mind. Something, some people, they think about Atma and concludes wrong. Some they do not even think about it. When we have lived with this Veda Buddhi, that is knower known difference, for a long time, and suddenly someone comes and says you are wrong, we are unable to accept that conclusion because it requires lot of courage to accept a mistake. Intellectual honesty is real courage. Of course, to give up the wrong conclusions is not an easy task. Hence, the misconceptions about Atma, they have to be removed. That will result in recognition of Atma being Brahman. You are not limited, but limitless. You are not unreal, but real. You are not ignorant, but very nature of knowledge. You are not bound, but free. Immediately people will not accept this because long time we are thinking we are limited, we are unreal, we are ignorant, everything we are thinking. So the removal of notions about Atma is necessary to appreciate the nature of the self. Atma is never unavailable. It is always present and it is always appreciated as the meaning of the word I. When you say I, it is that Atma. Then the next question is, can you give up your Ahankara? That is ego. People want to give up Ahankara because with ego you cannot reach Bhagavan. In the sense, realize self realization. People want to give up Ahankara, but it is just not possible because it is Ahankara that gives up everything. Giving up Ahankara is possible only by knowledge that Ahankara is false. The knowledge is knowing that Ahankara exists because of Atma. Like pot exists because of the clay. Similarly, Ahankara exists because of Atma. Then only, if you understand this, then only one can give up Ahankara. A devotee will daily surrender everything to God. His wealth, body, mind, whatever it is, he will surrender. The question is why he should surrender daily? Why not only once and finish it off? Because no one can give up Ahankara, which is not an object to be given up. It is himself, Atma. Whether it is taken as Satchit Ananda Atma or Ahankara, it cannot be given up because it is himself. Swamiji explains how all activities carried out results in reaching oneself only. If Atma is unknown, all activities would become meaningless. Simple examples he has given, Swamiji has given. If you do your daily morning walk, so everybody goes for a walk or do some exercise. It is not for your body's sake. The activity is for the sake of self only. Similarly, if you want to help somebody who is in a pain or who is a beggar or whoever it is, you want to help him. It is for your own peace of mind. You become happy by helping the other fellow. More than that fellow, you become more happy. You go and you put 1 rupee coin to a beggar and then tell 10 people, I put 1 rupee coin to the beggar. Because otherwise he cannot, for 1 rupee he cannot even have a tea. But still we spread because we get more happiness. Hence, all actions, including altruistic actions, are for the sake of oneself only. Then the next question is, no pramana is necessary to know one's body or the Atma. Next topic. Even in the darkest of rooms, on a new moon day, there is no electricity. You are sitting in a dark room. You don't have to search for your body like you search for a matchbox or a candle because you know your body. You may search for everything else in that room, but not your body because it is not away from you. No other means of knowledge, pramana, is required for searching your body because you know it. Atma is even closer to you than your body. The body is still an object of consciousness. Atma is just you. The time, space, all sense organs have their being only in Atma Chaitanya alone. Like we saw, Ahankara is also, Atma is the basis. Similarly, the time, space, and all sense organs, they have their being only in Atma Chaitanya alone. One need not have to cross many barriers, like Annamaya Gosha, Pranamaya Gosha, etc., to reach Atma. Anything you see, that object has its being in Atma. Nothing is away from Atma, whether it is an object or sound or experience. Everything has Atma as the basis. Atma, the innermost, Antaratma, it is the basis for everything. It is the ear of ears, eye of eyes, and mind of mind. Hence, for recognition of Atma, no pramana or Veda is required. It is well known. All recognitions take place in the presence of Atma. Therefore, gaining certainty in the recognition of Atma by negating what it is not is very well accomplished for discriminative people. So, we will stop here because these are all highest philosophy. It cannot be read like you read a story book. You have to read, understand, think about it. Nobody says Hinduism never compels immediately you accept everything. There could be different points of view. If you go and tell a Vaishnava this is not right, this is the thing, he will not agree. Yes, everybody has got Hinduism. The best of Hinduism is it has given the right to everyone to think. You go and think, then you arrive at the conclusion. Don't immediately think this is wrong. No, no, I will not accept because it is not in tune with my view. No, that is wrong. It was not the case earlier. Everyone has to think. Freedom to think is there. Don't conclude immediately. Don't jump to conclusion. Think. And then Bhagavan Krishna will bless us with whatever capacity the engine can run. Bhagavan Krishna will automatically take you to the next level. So we will stop here. Some more is there. It is not. It is concluding here. Finally it stops with the Swami Dayananda Saraswati says Jnananishta is has to be attained by doing proper Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana. With that it concludes. So we will go slowly. It's not very urgent. We have to understand each and every word of what Adi Shankara says. Again, verse 50. Siddhim prapto yadha brahma tadapnodi nibodhame samasenaiva kauntheyam nittājnanasya ya param. Hari Om, Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayana, 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 Narayana.